And soon Miss Fanny Bright was seated by my side. The horse was lean and lame, but misfortune seemed his lot. We got into a drifted bank, and then we got upside. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Now the ground is white, go it while you're young. Take the girls tonight and sing this sleighing song. Just get a bobtail bay, the 240 as his speed. Hitch him to an open sleigh, and crack, you'll take the lead. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
I won't be home for Christmas, darling, not this year. The trains have all stopped in their tracks. The snow's up to our ears.
Hey everyone, this is Viperstrike 95 here, and today, welcome. So guys, this is our Christmas holiday special, and Merry Christmas to everyone here. Good to see you here. This is Viperstrike 95, and this is one of my rare Saturday streams. But today is Christmas, and we're here in Alberta, Canada, and we're at Pincher Creek Airport, right outside of Banff National Park in Alberta. So welcome everyone. Good to see everyone here on this beautiful Christmas afternoon in the US. In Australia, happy December 26th. And in Europe, I'm hoping you guys enjoy your Christmas night. So welcome. So today we're going to be doing some very interesting flying around Canada for a bit on this Winter Wonderland special. So here we're going to be going through our little nav map here. We're at Pincher Creek Airport. We're going to fly into the hills and mountains of Appear Lowhead Providence Park. So we're going to be flying through some few interesting, really cool peaks and mountains. Then we're going to be landing our Arcala Springs, will be Lake 1, not far outside of the city of Calgary, one of the two of the largest cities in all of Alberta. Then we're going to fly into Banff National Park, flying next to Cascade Mountain, quite a few of the Alpine Lakes, Mount Wellington. Then we're going to fly over across that area and land at Lake Louise Airport, located near Ram River Falls. Then for the final leg, we're going to be flying through Jasper National Park. We're going to fly through the valleys. We're going to go through quite a few mountains, follow the riverway, and then we'll be landing at Jasper Airport to conclude the journey at Charlie Yankee Juliet Alpha at Jasper Airstrip, right next to the Athabasca River. So we're going to do quite a few bush landings. While it's not the most unforgiving bush trips, flying over the mountains isn't going to be easy. That's for sure. So let's take in the chat. Hello there, Splasher6, my good friend Splasher. Good to see you. I think I've seen some other people lurking in the chat. Hello to all those in the chat. So now the question is, what plane we're going to take for the trip? Well, this is going to be my first ever stream with a relatively new plane coming to the sim, and it's this. This is the highly anticipated SimWorks Studio Kodiak. Now, in real life, this plane is made by Quest Aircraft. You'd be right, this thing is considerably smaller than a Cessna 208 Grand Caravan. However, the advantage this thing is that due to this thing's small size, this is really good for the short takeoffs and landings. In fact, this thing can take off at just under 1,000 feet, and it can land within 700 feet. Which you might think it's not that impressive compared to some of the other planes, like the Kitbox. But you gotta understand, this is a big old turboprop plane. Way bigger, way heavier than any Kitbox. And, I mean, it's pretty impressive. This plane is powered by one Pratt & Whitney PT6 turboprop engine, producing 750 horsepower on takeoff. And this thing can get up to a cruise speed of 183 knots in real life. In the sim, this goes around 174 knots. Pretty impressive little plane. The range on is really good. It can go over 1,000 nautical miles. And it can reach a service ceiling of 25,000 feet, which is extremely impressive. And this plane isn't just good for cargo either. You can carry passengers up there as well. And of course, it's a skydiving plane. In fact, this plane even has a skydiving version. And it's faster too. Yep, says Friends All. Welcome, Friends All. But yeah, this is a seriously impressive plane, and many people say this is one of the best GA planes for the sim, and you know what? I'm not going to argue. This is the one of the top. Do we need tundra tires? Well, we're going to be doing some bush landings for into all, and it's going to be in the snow, so yes, we're going to need it. Inzen, good to see you. Welcome to the chat. First time chatter. Nancy still under 55 knots. Seeing they just released updates. For me, I did some testing earlier, Inzen, and I'm actually having a pretty good time with the plane overall. It seems to be easier to take off, for me at least. Though I can understand why some people wouldn't be that impressed. So this is the interior cockpit. Now, this cockpit is pretty similar to what you see on a Cessna 208, but there's some differences with the buttons and layouts. And unlike the default Grand Caravan, nearly everything is touchable. So there's a lot of fidelity into it. And they did a great job. You can actually open the... Look at this. You can actually open the door. There's lots of things you can touch. The armrest you can touch. All the circuit breakers. And if you put, let me put someone, let's put the row one. Whoops, not 2,000. Look at this. That actually loads in a person, which is super cool. But for this one, I don't think we need the extra people for this flight. So I think we're going to be pretty good. We're going to load 75% into the tank. Ewald, good to see you. Love the plane. Yeah, Kodiak, very, very good plane. Now, we're going to start this thing up. We're going to do some pre-flight inspections. So all the control locks have to be off. Okay. How do we turn off the control locks? All right, we gotta set the parking brake. That's all of them's on. Now we gotta push in all the circuit breakers. The circuit breakers are down over here. I believe. Hey, Dikey, you rated my stream at the party at night. Hey, man, good to see you here, Dikey. So, you went on another way of your Zara Rutherford journey. Today, we're gonna do some Christmas flying in the Kodiak. My very first ever stream with this thing. So, I'm hoping I can do this all right. The fire extinguishers are good. I think, yeah, that's check. We gotta turn on the master switch. I think the generator. Master switch is on. We turn on the avionics. Check. Kaharia, good to see you. Yeah. Avionics cooling fan. Yeah. I believe it's audible. The MFD is gonna still initialize. Whoops, I did not mean to touch that. All looks good. The MFD is good. Fuel on board is good. Okay, that's our pre-flight inspection. Now we need to do the takeoff. I'm going to have to set the trims because unlike other planes in the sim, you need to adjust the trim on the Kodiak. So we have to adjust on this plane. The pitot heat, let's test, see if it works. Pitot heat is, I think it's working correctly. So is a test. Then we turn on the turn off the master switch. There. That's our pre-flight. Pre-flight looks good. Now we need to check everything clear. We don't need the passengers, and the doors are locked. And the cabin is secure, so now we can turn everything back on. Now, if you guys want to join me on this trip, let me give you the route and the server. GA only, mind you. But if you have the codec, that would be perfect. But if you don't have it, don't worry about it. The 208 is a perfectly good plane for this one. For those who don't have it, the 208 is a good choice. Or just really any plane that can go engine inlet. Okay. As required. Fuel selector's good. Firewall shut up. That's check. Emergency power lever. I wonder where that. I apologize. This is my first. Then you have to wait 10 minutes before it's loaded. Yep, that's true. I think it's normal. Power lever's idle. I need to do the prop control lever. Ensign with the fall. Thank you. Hello, Dougal and Tavish. Good to see you. Yes, Ensign. Feather. For powers and feather. The fuel lever's cut off. Okay. Flaps are 0. Circuit breaker's all pushed. Cabin heat is off. Now, takeoff torque limit. Okay. Autopilot before the pre-flight check, I believe so. Time to get some dinner and take care of my dogs. Have fun. Good to see you, Daiki. Thank you so much for the raid. Okay, everything's good. Now we push this thing to max RPM. We check the engine instruments. The auxiliary fuel pump should be on standby. That's check. Generator on. Generators on. Alternators on. Let's turn on our beacon strobe nav lights, and then we're going to turn on the taxi lights. So that's going to be required. We're going to turn on this. Everything's set for the planned flight. I'm going to go ahead and change the heading. We're going to be heading to 306 degrees. So let me go ahead and change the heading. Right here on my nav map. 306. And then my save altitude for the first leg of the trip, we're going to be heading to 10,000 feet. 10,000 feet should be more enough for the first leg of the heading. So let's change to 10,000. So we're going to go 10,000 feet. So now I got my heading for the trip, and we got our altitude. That's now set. Now we do the G. Okay. Now that's complete. So we're now going to get the star switch must be off. Okay, it's already off. Off. The prop's already been maxed. The instruments look good. Auxiliary fuel pump must be on standby. It's on standby. External power should be off. Generators on. Alternators on. The lights have already been turned on. Okay, on if available. Oh wait, we got to turn on the beacon. That's on. Sorry, this is my first time getting through this. Auxiliary fuel. Now we turn on the engine. All right. And she's gonna go. And let's see if she turns on. The Kodiak's gonna take a second to get on. And she's on. Hey, the Kodiak's on. Holy crap. Yes. Yay, the Kodiak's on. Awesome. And now we can get this thing taxied. Yay, let's do this. Now we can finally get this Kodiak in the air now. It took me a bit of a second to get everything sorted. Yeah, I really do like this checklist though. Very, very... we're going to take off from one-way to 6. Oh, I see Splasher 6 is already here, along with friends all. Good to see all you guys here. Sorry, I had to pass. Yeah, it is beautiful out here in Alberta. So we're gonna do some. Let's see if the trim's good. I think we're gonna go one stage of flaps for this takeoff. That should be pretty good, and I think we're gonna get into the air soon. Let's do this. Now I'm not gonna go all the way with this. E-World is loaded in, no worries. I'm gonna go ahead and take off, and I'm gonna go ahead and circle around for a little bit. I expect East US. That's correct, E-World. East USA server. 60. Winston 70. And we can take off slowly, and she's off. Okay, not too bad. I know they recently just released the hotfix yesterday. Wow, it's just great and foggy for me out there. Are you on live weather? If that's the case, I forgot to turn on the starter. Okay. Wait till everyone gets up. There's Inzen, E-World. Yeah, and this Kodiak in particular also has its big Tundra tires, and that's going to come really handy for when we're going to do some of these bush landings. It's going to be in the snow, so these Tundra tires are going to be a lifesaver in those landings, that's for sure. Daniel, I took the normal tires? No worries. None of the lane strips seem very rough, so I don't think we have to worry about the tires too much, E-World. Just go ahead and do a circle pass before everyone else gets into the air. There's Dougal, there's E-World, Inzen. Yeah, this Kodiak is a really, really impressive plane. Like, I like the Cessna 208, but this thing is on a whole nother level. Okay, well, sorry. Autopilot, VNAV, I'm gonna make sure it doesn't fall down. So I'm definitely climbing up here. So basically, we're going to be heading to quite a few of the parks here in Alberta. So what's really cool about this is that if you actually have installed the plane, if you really want information more about the Kodiak, but you don't know where to start, a good place is going to be the manual. And this is a really, really awesome little resource, by the way. There's the manual right here. And this manual is really, really helpful if you just want to remind yourself what each of these buttons do. You can check the manuals here. So it's got little different things. You can do different switches. And they do a great job with it. That way you know what to do with it. Since this is a really in-depth G8 plane, it's really nice they got this manual to help out with all the sorts of stuff. Really, really helpful. So I'm not on live weather. I'm on few clouds, and I just add some snow and stuff. I wanted actually a beautiful flight. I didn't want it to actually be such a pain, if you know what I mean. And I even did in the settings you can do whatever weather you want, because I'm not so picky on people picking whatever weather they want to do. So that's just how I roll. So, manual still on screen. Yeah, yeah. I got rid of the manual. I moved it. I removed it. So, guys, let me tell you a few interesting things about Alberta that we're going to be heading to. So Alberta is actually one of the 2 landlocked provinces of all of Canada. The only other landlocked province of Canada is Saskatoon is probably the only other landlocked province of Canada. Now, Alberta is the 6th largest province by area and the 4th most populous, with Edmonton being the capital and Calgary being the largest city in the province. I compare a lot to Alberta to Texas due to the fact that, like Texas, Alberta's had a long history of oil and gas. It has been so since 1947. In addition to its oil and such, Alberta is also well known for its natural beauty, home to lots of different national parks and such, including Banff National Park. Oh, not Saskatchewan. Okay, no worries. I'm sorry. Saskatchewan. Okay. It's also home to the Canadian Rocky Mountain National Park site. And that's where we're going to be visiting today, is the Canadian Rocky Mountain Parks. So that's what we're going to be doing today as well. And here's a really interesting fact that a lot of people don't know about Alberta. And one of the most unusual things about Alberta is Alberta is the only province in Canada, and actually one of the few places in the world that's free of rats. Yes. Alberta is actually free of brown rats. And the story of that actually came during the early 1950s, when the government of Alberta had a rat control program, and it's been so successful that only isolated instances of rat sightings have been reported, and usually by trucks or rail, which means, yes, it's free of rats, which is a really unusual thing to talk about, considering that the rat has been everything else in the world. Like, for example, it's pretty funny that most of the world is covered in rats, except one province in Canada. But I want to ask you guys, I want to make sure you guys know, and that is something I want to ask. I want to ask you all, how is your Christmas going so far? I know for me, unfortunately, I couldn't really open gifts today. My dad had COVID, so we're gonna be holding off till Sunday to open gifts. So that's kind of my end. I'm hoping everyone else's Christmas is going great. I know the holiday season has arrived for a lot of us. E-Wolf says, don't do anything for Christmas this year. Parents divorcing, broke up. Oh, no. That sounds really rough, man. I'm so sorry to hear about that, E-Wolf. That's rough. That's incredibly rough. But, wow, this is stunning. Well, it goes. Yep. For nearly 10,000 feet, just nothing much to do. Same here. I don't really have much, unfortunately. Like, I try to find opportunities, but with COVID going on, especially the Omicron variants, yeah, it's kind of rough. So the place we're here flying on our first leg is Peter Lovehead Provincial Park. So this park was established in 1977, and it was named after Peter Lougheed, who was a Canadian lawyer. During the time. It's within the Alberta Rockies, and it's one of the largest provincial parks in all of Alberta, encompassing about 304 square kilometers around the Conaskis Lake. Okay, it sounds like we gotta turn on the pie heat. Oh, hold on a sec. This park is very well known for camping and fishing as well, along with trails for hiking, mountain biking, horseback riding, and cross-country skiing. Not to mention, there's a variety of wildlife that can be found here, including the grizzly bear, black bear, elk, deer, moose, bighorn sheep, and cougars can be found here as well. And this park was the home of many indigenous people, including the Stoney Nakoda, Kootenai, Siksika, Pagan, and Tusatina Native people. And such as well. So definitely a very interesting national park. It's definitely a very interesting provincial park. And you can definitely find some absolutely beautiful things about them. And we're going to be flying through that lake pretty soon. Is Namel still broken? I think it's something to do with the autopilot in game, I believe. But that's a good question, though. Possibly. But I don't really know if that's really the main issue. And, oh. Yeah, we don't like rats in our province of Alberta. Province. Sounds like you're saying Providence. Yeah, Providence and Province sound pretty similar. So my apologies, Inzin. Now, this park is also, during the 1910s, the government of Alberta developed this area with hydroelectric dams, and it's currently constructed within the boundaries of the modern park. And by the 1970s, this area now became a major recreation hub outside of the city of Calgary. And that's what led to the modern park being constructed in 1977. I saw that last night, but right on track today. Mine does still exist. I'm flying the X-Cub with the GX3. Oh, nice, Splasher. But, I mean, look at this. This is amazing. Look at that. This is incredible. What an absolute sightseeing journey, that's for sure. So the Canadian Alberta Rocky Mountains, is located throughout the entire region from Calgary all the way to the border of between northern and central Alberta. Now, this area has some of the best ski resorts in the entire Rockies, and that includes Fortress Mountain Resort, Lake Louise, Marmot Basin, and many others. Also, in addition, there's lots of glaciers, and those are very popular tourist attractions found all over Alberta. And the two main communities of the regions are Banff and Jasper, located by the Icefields Parkway, and it's often used as the Trans-Canada Highway. So let's go take the showcase. We're gonna do the drone cam. Oh, there's that turbo. Oh, that turboprop, man. So I see Inzin, friends all. I see Dougal McTavish, E-Wolf, Flasher 6. Good to see all of you guys in the air. Yeah, this is absolutely incredible here in Alberta. I was thinking about originally taking this to Papua New Guinea, but I decided I want to do something a bit more scenic and a bit easier for me to get used to flying the Kodiak. I still need more time to go this plane's limits. So I feel like this would be a good place to fly. But yeah, I've been loving it. Is 10,000 feet high enough? Let me pull up my nav map. 10,000 feet, you could go to 11,000 if you want to. But 10,000 feet is high enough for most of this whole area because the first part's 10,500. The rest of this is going to be 10,000 and 9,500 feet for most of the section of the first leg. Yeah, this add-on is simply outstanding. It is. This Kodiak is amazing. Like, I had their Zen of Siege 7.0 Stone. That is a very, very nice bush plane. Their second plane for this sim is unbelievable. And and this was a really neat addition because the only other turboprop bush plane third-party one we got to see was the Milviz PC6, and while that plane was great, this is a really neat addition, as the only other plane like this is the 208, and that plane, well, don't get me wrong, it's not a bad bush plane. This is just way better. You will not crash into both mountains at 10,000 feet. Merry Christmas. XBMS Smurfy, good to see you. Yeah, Ensign, we're in your area. Sunshine and Kicking Horse, some of the best ski hills here. Lake Louise is okay. Yeah. But yeah, I'm just glad we get to visit a bit of Alberta today, and I think that would be really, really cool. As well. Now this area right here has had some of the highest mountains in the entire Albertan Rockies. Now the Canadian Rocky Mountains have been around for all of Canada. They go all the way from Alberta, which is the base we're visiting, and they go all the way up even into British Columbia. They go they go all the way up into British Columbia. They go way up into the northern Rocky Mountains. But they go way up there. We're just visiting the lower end. Oh, my Discord link. Let me do this 1 second. So you want to get in there, Ewald. Let me go ahead and let me update my stream links, my stream elements, I mean. Let me go ahead and update it. I apologize. Discord. Yeah, I do have a Discord. I updated the link, Ewald. You can now get into my Discord. In addition to this, if you want to actually watch all my previous VODs, I actually have a YouTube channel. This is where I put my old VODs. So any one of you who's interested in watching all my previous stuff, including my previous baseball series, I have all of them here on my YouTube, alongside my previous bush trips. So that's what I like to do. And that way you guys can keep posted on whatever content I have. Hey, Uncle Carl's Airways with the follow. Thank you so much. So, Uncle Carl's, we're actually here in Alberta. We're heading to Peter Lougheed Providence National Park. And we're going to be heading through Banff and Jasper National Parks. So we're going to visit the Canadian Rockies today. Merry Christmas to you as well. Thank you so much, Uncle Carlos. welcome. Don't usually do very much Christmas streams. Not many other people stream on Christmas, but I mean, as a smaller channel, I want to take advantage of the opportunity to actually do it. I live very close to the Rockies. Oh, nice. So the Rocky Mountains go all the way from Canada all the way down to Colorado and such. So we're in the Rockies. Are you close to? You don't have to tell me specifically. You can tell me what area it is. Because I know, I'm just wondering if you live near the Canadian Rockies or the Americans. You might want to check your published route. We're not following it. Let me go ahead of the route. Oh, you live near Kelowna, British Columbia. Oh, nice. Here's the Namat route, what I'm talking about. This is my route. We're just going to look around the mountains and such. That's what our route is. See, if you want me to, I could post. I have the flight plan on my Discord. I have it on my Discord, Dougal. And oh, okay, that's different. Yeah, no, we're going through those airports, but I'm taking a bit of a tour around the area. No problem. The route's correct. My route's different. I'm gonna go ahead and turn to 320 degrees. No worries. So one of the landmarks of this area is the Upper Conaskis Lake. This alongside the lower lake are located in the park. This lake is actually a series of both natural and man-made lakes within the Conaskis and Bow Valleys rivers. And they are used for hydroelectric power, flood control, and water reserves for the rivers for the city of Calgary. Actually, I should go for 320. Yeah, this is really, really scenic flying. Yeah, we'll follow you. No worries, Dougal. No worries, man. God almighty, Dougal. No worries. No worries. So, for all you guys lurking in the chat, I really appreciate every one of you that's come here onto the stream today. I really appreciate everyone here on this wonderful Christmas day. And this is kind of my gift to all of you. Bush flying is, for me, a way... Bush flying's always been a passion of mine ever since the days I stream. This is kind of my love for all things GA. Oh, will you be flying over Moraine Lake, the most photographed lake in Canada? let me. I'm gonna definitely fly over the kind of Kiski's Lake. I don't think I'm gonna fly over Lake Moraine though. So no, I don't think we're gonna fly over Lake Moraine. Actually, come to think of it, wait a minute. Actually, here's the thing though. That's in Banff. There's Hector Lake. There's Bow Lake. Let me find Lake Moraine. There's Abraham Lake. I'm trying to find where Lake Moraine. That's actually a good question. Let me see if I can find it on my Google Maps. If there is, I might actually fly over there. I might make a temporary point of interest. There's Moose Lake, Mount Robeson. Mount Robeson's the tallest national park. Sorry there, Uncle Carl's. Consider the Sim 2 overlay. Consider it for the future. Yeah, I definitely am considering, but I'm trying to find a good place where I want to put the Sim Toolkit thing. But for an example, if a 3D model stream links were not, yeah, I may have to do that at some point. Oh yeah, there's Moraine Lake. Yeah, we're gonna make a checkpoint in that one. Yeah, we'll definitely visit it. It's not much of a difference in like at all. So Uncle Carl's, we are gonna go over Lake Moraine. Yeah, we'll definitely check out Lake Moraine. That would definitely be really good. Yeah, like I said, I'm more than willing to check out all the other stuff for people who know this area. Let me know and we can check them all out. Here's the thing, I do have Sim Toolkit Pro. That's the thing, I still have. Yeah, I'm actually opening it right now, the Sim Toolkit Pro. I'm going to open it right now and integrate into it. Oh man, look at this scenery. This is really impressive. I'm going to go ahead and put the drone here. This is incredible scenery. Wow, this is... Now, if you guys want to know what this looks like without the snow, let me go ahead and just see what this looks like. How do I copy stuff from Stream to the Sim Toolkit Pro? I'm curious how should I copy it? Oh. There we go, guys. Got it. Huh. Well, well, would you look at that? Okay, we're now going at 158 knots. My indicator airspeed is 132. This is normal, by the way. This is absolutely beautiful here in the Canadian Rockies. But like I said, I'm really hoping Canada gets a World update. There you go. Yeah, it's a little smaller. There we go. Yep. Yeah, there we go. Trying to make it more clean because I got this overlay ahead on top of it. And just guys, if you want to know my airspeed, just let me know and I'll show off the Toolkit Pro. I'll be more than happy to help you all out. Yeah, no worries, dude. I really appreciate it, though. Thanks for reminding me. I should probably do that. Like I said, thanks a bunch, Dougal. I really I appreciate you helping me out here. So once we turn there, yeah, and I think that's what I should do for the J52 journey as well. For the Yonkers as well. We're going to go ahead and turn right. We're going to head to 13 degrees. So we're going to be heading near Mount Evan Thomas is to our right. And we're going to be heading for 30 nautical miles until we get to Arcala Springs Airport at Charlie Kilo Yankee 8. So we're going to land on runway 03 when we get there. Let me go ahead and show you the map what I'm talking about. So we're going to be going through the rest of the peaks here. And there should be the airport here. It's a grass strip. And we're going to land on runway 03 for there. It's going to be near the Bow River, one of the rivers that connects into the Canadian Rockies. And this is about a short drive from Alberta's largest city of Calgary. So, for all of you guys new to the channel, I usually do these bush flights. Wow, field elevation of 4,000 feet. Yeah, it's 4,000 feet elevation for the field. But I mean, we're getting near to the Rockies. It's the closest bush trip I can find that's towards the Canadian Rockies from this part of the route. So I probably should say this again. Guys, if you guys are new to the channel, I usually do these bush streams every Wednesday. We pick out a bush plane. We take whatever GA plane we can get, and we do some flying from around the world. This past Wednesday, I took the new Parallel 42 kit box around Northern California through Reno, and that was really fun. I love the kit box. It's really grown on me as probably my favorite bush plane. It's just so much fun. It's a fun plane to fly. And it's got lots of customization with the engines and such, so it's a plane I absolutely enjoy. And then tomorrow, on Sundays, I'm doing a historical flight series. I am recreating Dutch Lufthansa's 1926 Berlin to Beijing journey. And that one's split into 14 different stages. I'm taking the Junkers J52 for that, as the plane that exists in real life is an earlier iteration of the J52. And leg 3, and this would be leg 3 of the trip, we are flying from Smolensk into the capital of Russia, Moscow. So we'll be doing that on Sundays. It would be a bit earlier in the morning. It would be around 1500 Zulu time, because trying to find a good slot to maximize my potential for an audience. So that's what I picked. You camped out for a few days just upstream from Arcala Springs on the Bow River back in 2018. Nice. That's awesome. Let me go ahead and redo my heading. Yeah, like I said, this area is naturally very beautiful. Here, it's a very, very beautiful site. Alberta's got some really nice natural scenery and such. So another interesting thing about Alberta is also a major center for paleontology, as Alberta has extremely high amounts of diversity of late Cretaceous dinosaur fossils. At least 38 different dinosaur types have been collected in Alberta. And some of those formations include the Foremost Formation, Ullman Formation, and Dinosaur Park Formations are the major places you can find dinosaur fossils over here. And one of the most iconic dinosaurs named in Alberta is the Albertosaurus, which is the dinosaur for Alberta. And it's literally named after the province. And basically, for those who don't know, an Albertosaurus is basically a smaller but slimmer tyrannosaur, basically. And it was discovered back in 1884. And fossils of more than 30 individuals have been recovered. So that's why Albertosaurus is such a well-known dinosaur. So that's something pretty cool to think about for Alberta. Basically, this Albertosaurus, the dinosaur from Alberta, is around 5 meters long, about 5 meters tall in comparison. It's about 33 feet long, or 10 meters. And this thing has a pretty big, nasty skull, meant to crush any would-be herbivores. So I'm going to go ahead and lower to 7,000 feet. I'm going to go ahead and lower it a bit. So we're going to go ahead to 7,000 feet. We're going to lower altitude. Yeah, it's a pretty interesting dinosaur, that's for sure. And it's found all over Alberta. Are we landing here? Yep, we are landing in... We're definitely... Yes. Yep, we are definitely landing here, Dougal. We're going to wait for everyone to get catched up and such, and then we can go on to Leg 2. I usually do these every time. I probably should. And then I'll go over what's going on for each leg after we land. So that way we remind everyone where we're going to be going. It's just to help you guys all out. Oh, guys, let me show you actually the best feature in this plane. The greatest feature to ever be implemented in any third-party plane so far. A cup holder. This, forget the flight model, forget the details and textures, forget all of that. No, the greatest feature on this bad boy is the cup holder. You can put your nice beverage into here. That is the greatest feature on this plane. The cup holder. I probably should reduce the amount of snow. I think I put too much snow. Yeah, that's better. There'll still be enough green. Yeah, every seat has one? Awesome. Yeah, folding too. Yeah, every seat has it. I like the tent model with the new kit box. Yeah, I love the new kit box. That new kit box is so good. Like, there is so much little details about the kit box. I like the one wheel he has. You can take off the engine cover to see the detail of the Rotax. There's so many cool little knickknacks that I really like about it. That makes the kit box a really good plane as well. I love it. Kit box is such a great little bush plane. Like, I'm happy we finally got a really good kit box for the Sim. Hey, Goblin Zeus. Good evening, Goblin Zeus. Good afternoon from the United States. So yeah, we're in British Columbia. We're actually in Alberta. So this is the Belt River. You can see it line up with the rest of Canada. I'm going to go ahead and deploy the flaps. Our airport should be down from the river. I'm going to go ahead and pull the remaining flaps. Yeah, there's the wind sounds. My apologies. Trying not to catch so much of the wind sound. This looks like our runway. It is our runway. There's the runway down over here. And she's down. Not bad. Turn on the reverse thrusters. And look at that. And she's down. That was good. That was a nice solid landing there. Let me just park this. Let me just get this thing out of the way. Okay, now that we parked, I'm going to go ahead and get back to the drone cam and see if I can see how you guys land. So this here is our lane strip. Not too bad of a lane strip to ask me. Okay, I recorded at negative 318 feet per second. Oh, they're coming the other way. Oh, they're coming from the other one. I'm sorry. I was trying to load in the bot. There's Ewald. Runway 03, guys. Oh, no. Okay. Yeah, this is like I said, I want to do these little off-beaten landing. I was trying to get that bot installed. I was trying to get that bot installed, you know, that does your uh nice. Nice landing there, Eagle. Good. Let's see who's next. There's Splasher 6 in the Cub. The Cub should have no trouble landing. It is a dedicated bush plane. That plane should have no trouble landing here. And I wonder who's this. In that sprint's all in the Kodiak. There's Flip and Die. Flip and Die's coming here. Welcome to the flight. Let's see how you perform on this landing. Flip and Die, good landing, good. Oh! Blake 2, we're going to take off from here, runway 21. We're going to go the other way back into the mountains. Then once we do that, we're going to be visiting quite a few areas. We're going to be overlooking Lake Minnewanka through Saddle Peak. We're going to be going next to Cascade Mountain and Mount Ishbel. Then we're going to be visiting the most photographed lakes in all of Canada, Moraine Lake. Then fly through the rest of this valley, here to Bow Peak. Then we'll be flying all over this rest of the area, include Mount Willingdon. And we'll land at Lake Louise Airport, located at Charlie Yankee Lima Echo. And this one, it will be right by one of the little lake areas in the Ram River. So that's going to be leg 2 of the trip. Can you shorten the stream delay? It's very long. It's short now. Yeah. No worries, Posture. I'll wait till you get back. Yeah, if you don't have the Kodiak, the Cessna 2A would be a good choice, Posture. I'm trying to bring that bot into the sim. I need to do that at some point. Bring in the landing bot. I wonder how am I gonna do that, install the little landing bot. I know a lot of streamers have, like Angry One Horn and all that, have that landing bot. I wonder how I can install it, probably. I think AI pilot is an option. I discovered that landing after my passengers are terrified, but since they have teleporters, no problem. I do have the bot. So guys, if you want to check out when I landed, I do have the bot now established. Cool. So we're gonna go back the other way. Now, for this leg of the trip, we need to set our altitude towards... Okay, 11,000 feet should be enough to clear everything else. 11,500 is the tallest we can go. We're going to go ahead and take off. Let me set this back to 11,000 feet. And we need to head to 260 degrees. Let me go ahead and set that back. Actually, better yet. 260 degrees. Alright. Now, whoops. I'm going to go ahead and lower the, put all stage of flaps. And let me also reset the trim to take off. So I can show you guys how short this takeoff can actually really be. Okay. 25, 30, 40, 50. Put the leg up and we're off. And we're off. Look at that. Look how short that takeoff is. There'd be no way you can take off that short in a Cessna Grand Caravan. That is pretty impressive for a little turboprop. And unlike the PC6, since this isn't a tail dragger, it's going to be easier to keep this thing from going too much. And this was also one of the other things they changed for in the hotfix yesterday. They changed the peak factor on this, so it's going to be easier to take off with it. You still got to put the trim, but it's now a bit more forgiving of a plane to take off. I see everyone else is front to all. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and take off. this, this. Take off like this. Gonna go ahead. So since today's Christmas, I will have some Christmas music planned. So let me go ahead and get some of this Christmas music started, shall we? Is the music still playing, probably? I know I turned down the desktop audio to lower. Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
I changed the volume.
The ground is white. Go it while you're young. Take the girls tonight and sing this sleighing song. Just get a bobtail bed, the 240 as his speed. Hitch him to an open sleigh, and crack you'll take the lead. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Thanks, Dougal.
Oh, what fun it is to
Mind you, this will be the last time we get to hear this music all year. So, because once December 26th happens, at least for me in the US, there'll be none of this. Look at that, though. This is absolutely beautiful here in Alberta. This is gorgeous. Holy moly. This is absolutely beautiful, guys. Who knew Alberta was here? Oh, no. Don't worry, this is Twitch soundtrack. I do want to get Epidemic Sound in the future at some point. But I mean, I don't have a job or I don't really have much to work, so I gotta take what I get. This. Oh damn. Well. So guys, on our right, once we get past this area, should be Lake Minnewanka, located here. Now, Lake Minnewanka, which is coming up, is the second longest river, second longest lake in the Canadian Rockies. Now the Aboriginal people have inhabited this area as early as 10,000 years ago, but this area was built in 1912. So they had to create dams, and that's what created this lake. Oh, yeah. That is absolutely gorgeous. Oh, holy moly, the Canadian Rockies. I just spawned your position. Hey, Gonzalez, thanks for coming here. This is just, oh man, oh man. This is where it's at right here. Absolutely gorgeous. Forget Papua New Guinea. I think this is almost even as good as Papua New Guinea. So guys, we have Splasher 6, Ewolf, Druid Zeus, Friends All, and Dougal McTavish. Good to see. Oh, you should fly in the Bolivian and Chilean mountains. That's a good idea. Dougal, great suggestion. In fact, I have it on my Discord. I have it in ideas. I have it in my bush flight ideas. So if any of you is on my Discord, you can put down ideas for whatever I want to fly next. Oh yes. Let me invite you, Dougal. Dougal McTavish, let me invite you to the Discord. There you go. I got your Discord invite. It's even a frozen link. Ooh, that's cool, Ewald. You know, the only thing that stinks is that in order to get a frozen lake and all that, you have to set it on live water. You can't set it. That's still really cool, though. A frozen lake, that's really cool. I haven't attempted to land on that frozen lake though, but definitely very beautiful, that's for sure. Yeah, that river is awesome. I know, that is, I mean, this is amazing. Yeah, I picked it out, like, this is a really good route. Let me go ahead and, Oh, if you wonder why there's no route, it's that Simbot. I can make that change. Let me just change the command, his Twitch commands. There, I just changed the configuration of the bot. Okay, thanks. Oh, that is cool. That is fun. This is, I'm glad I picked this area for Christmas. I was thinking about doing Papua New Guinea, but with everyone seemed to do flights in Papua New Guinea in the Kodiak, I had never seen anyone try Alberta in Banff National Park. So I'm very happy I did. Going around 160 knots. So the next waypoint is that we're going to visit Moraine Lake. Now Moraine Lake is a very photographed lake. And the reason it's such a photographed lake is because of a unique glacially fed water. And when it's full, it has a very unique shade of azure blue. And that's due to the refraction of light off of the rock flour that's been depositing on the lake. And there's quite a few hiking trails around the lake. And it's made in many famous appearances, including on the reverse side of different issues of the Canadian $20 bill, the main preview picture for Android. It's used for a lot of background pictures because of how attractive it is. And it's used a lot for all pictures, and I could definitely see why it looks absolutely stunning. I'm really excited to see what it looks like in the sim. Like for... Oh yeah, let me go ahead and slow down. I am so sorry, Google. No worries. I'm sorry for getting a little fast. There, it should be down to 140 knots. Yeah, the detail on quality in this plane is just unbelievable.
And there will be no Christmas kisses. The mistletoe is missing you this year. And baby, I can hardly take the distance when
Live water also has 22 knots headwind.
Christmas kisses.
Okay, I'm gonna see what live water looks like, if you don't mind. Let's see, live weather. Oh yeah, Fabio was on stream earlier this morning. The James Webb Telescope. Whoa. Oh, wow. I don't know what looked better, the previous one or this, because this one is looking pretty amazing as well. Now we're going to go visit Lake Moraine. Let's see what Lake Moraine looks like in the sim. Because I'm really curious, actually, now that you mentioned about the lake, I'm actually really curious to see what it looks like in the sim. You guys can add Tailwind to catch up. Do so gently and turn off before lane and course change. Ah, got it. Well, a bit before, since he was also 15 minutes before launch. Ah, that's what it was. But good, I'm glad that launch went really well. Or you can pedal harder too. Yeah, that too. There's also quite a few other peaks that include Mount Bell and Panorama Peak, so that's gonna be. I'm gonna go a little faster. I'm gonna just pedal up a little bit, especially with all that headwind. But like, I know I'll probably say this again, but I mean, I could have never imagined a better time to spend Christmas with, is for the people that I've met in this Flight Sim community. All the amazing people here on multiple different communities. Two-Toe Murphys, Fabios, Borders, CDLs, community, all the amazing people that I've met here, and the ones flying with me today, they're the ones that I treasure this more than anyone else. All of you guys flying with me today, I want to thank all of you here for spending your Christmas time with me. I could have never imagined this Christmas being this fun and this really enjoyable as well. Thank you. So we'll be flying over a bit of Panorama Peak. Yeah, this is just stunning. Actually, let me look. But once we did get to Lake Moraine Lake, I might as well. I'm gonna do a live. DH Paradox, hey, good to see you, DH. I can't join your flight, but no worries, man. Merry Christmas to you, DH. Dougal says, it's good to see your streams getting busier, and I know how much work you put in beforehand. Oh, that's really kind of you, Dougal. Thank you. That's the thing I like to do. I like to put work into my streams. And learn some more information and such. I put a lot of work into my streams. I know a lot of people just like to push in, press into work. But I like to be that kind of person who puts a bit of work into the streams. And I do so for a good purpose. Thanks for doing the flights. Was thinking what I'm going to do for tonight. No worries, Ewald. No worries, man. You always have a purpose behind your stream. Yep. Well, I'm gonna change it back from live weather. I apologize. Couldn't deal with the live weather. The headwinds were just. So this here is Moraine Lake. It looks kind of plain. I don't think it looks really as special as it should be. It doesn't look like the Moraine Lake that we saw in many pictures, unfortunately. In the sim, it looks kind of dark, if you know what I mean. Like the water color, it isn't that distinct azure color. But definitely is still a very beautiful lake, though. It just unfortunately didn't have that azure color. But still a great location to visit there, Uncle Carl's Airway. But still, great choice. It's still a very beautiful area. And I'm happy I finally got to take that with the Kodiak. I've been wanting to do a stream with that plane, so... It is very beautiful. But I mean, here's the thing, you could do... I actually had to go through a couple of ideas for today's stream. So originally, I was planning on taking off all the way in Montana and flying across the valley and such. And there's this really interesting river, the Kinbasket Lake and all that. And I was originally doing that to try and fly over quite a few of the lakes. And I had a couple of ideas running through this, but then I decided, you know, to fly through Banff National Park, starting in Canada, moving quite a few of the national park areas, and that led me to my final stream plan. So I had to go through a few times to find a very good route and all that. But I'm happy I finally settled on a good route, which is this one right here. And there's Lake Louise, actually. Here's one of the other really popular lakes in this area. That looks even better than Lake Moraine. I think that's a very, very nice alpine lake. What is that website for your flight plan? Oh, that's not a website. Actually, this is a this is a game-changing little app called Little Nav Map. Let me go ahead. This little tool is called Little Nav Map. This really cool map. You can plan your routes. You can do so much with this little tool. You can create your own routes. You can create your own flight plans, and even save them, and you can upload them to like Discord and all that. And here's the best part: you don't even have to pay for this. It's free. Now, unfortunately, this really cool tool only comes on the PC. And here's the website. But it is an insanely nice little tool, and and you can get stuff to add on to it. You can do IFR routes. You can do you could do checkpoints with VORs and such. It is one of the best flight sim tools. Once I got that, it was a little game changer for me. So and this one right here is going to be Hector Lake coming up. Is Hector Lake. Now, this lake here coming up is named after James Hector. He's a geologist and naturalist. Yeah, I use Little Nav Map instead of the in-game VFR map. Yeah. The detail from Little Nav Map is just so useful. It's such a fantastic little tool. It even gives you elevation data, too. That's also another thing, too. That's how I managed to get all the altitudes for the flight, is the Little Nav Map. Now, before I had Nav, when you do your route, there's an elevation profile you can do, and that's where I get all of my altitude such doing flight planning. It takes a lot of the work out of flight planning. But it's a game-changing tool, and I really recommend it. It's also very nice for flying the DC-6. Yeah, that's especially Lifesaver on the DC-6. Absolutely, because that way you can always get your thing back on track, and to play VORs too. Yep. So, like I said, once you have that tool, you don't want to go back to the normal way of flying. That's for sure. Well, whoa. I accidentally pressed one of the buttons and now just rolled over. I actually pressed one of the number things and it kind of rolled over. My apologies. Oh, that's very nice too. Hector Lake. That. Why wasn't the other lake more like this? There. Just to time a little bit. That is absolutely incredible. This area has so many really beautiful lakes. Then we're gonna go then turn to 17 degrees heading. That's 17 degrees, at least from where it is in my flight plan route. And we'll be flying that route for 34 nautical miles till we get to Lake Louise Airport, which is right by the Ram River. Had a challenging flight today with the tube liner. Oh, with the DC-6. Random failures engaged, overheating engine, oil, blue hydraulic pump dead. Ugh. I hope you made it safely. I hope you landed safely. With the overheating engine oil? Yeesh. That's not good. If you have like one monitor like me, you can always set little navmat to always be on top, so you can always view it in game. I didn't know about that, DH, but I used to have one monitor until I actually have two monitors, DH. But for anyone who has one monitor, this is a really good tip. Nice one, DH. So let me get back to the drone cam. Yeah, this is a wonderful. Here's a keep on top DH paradox. It was A320. Oh, the smaller tube liner apparently. Is it the normal A320 or is it the fly-by-wire NX? Because I know that's a very, very popular third-party mod for it. It basically makes it a study-level plane, basically. For free, too. There's Flippin' Die with the spit. You madman flying the spit. Though I did get the new update for the Spitfire. It's actually a really, really nice update for it. They made it much more mellow, so it should be a little easier to take off and land. But the thing I was most interested in was the new tablet they got. I know that was in the P38 of theirs. But basically, that tablet really sets the autopilot and such, and that's really nice for all the cruise flights. Also, there's map plugins for it. That's correct, DH, and that is the plugin that I'm using right now. I'm using the Google Maps thing, since I would like to see all the different landmarks. I mean, you can use the Open Topo map, but I like the Google Maps because it gives you satellite imaging and such, so you can be more precise. The in-game boost fights are so much easier with. It's almost like cheating. I know, it is like cheating. So, once we get the last of the mountain ranges, we are going to drop around. I'm going to set the altitude for when we drop to around here for 8,000 feet. We're not going to do it now. I'm going to do it a bit later once we're going to drop. Gomzu says he also used the panel GTN50, so much easier to use. Ah, that's another good one. If you could pay, if you have enough money for, even the free one's pretty decent, but if you get the paid version, you get all the Navigraph stuff in it too. Now, I haven't used that yet. Again, I don't really have the most money, so... That's another good one to use that I see a lot of people use. I do not use Navigraph, but Premium GTM 750? Yes, definitely. Off to eat. See you later. Enjoy the flight. Thank you so much, DH Paradox, for coming in here during this Christmas stream. Really appreciate you being here. But yeah, this is a beautifully stunning flight. Download the glow files for the little nav map right now. Awesome, Uncle Carl's Airway. Trust me, it will be well worth it to get the little nav map stuff. It will be well worth it. So Banff National Park, I forgot to talk about that. So Banff National Park in Alberta is located in the Canadian Rocky Mountains. It encompasses 6,641 square kilometers of mountainous terrain with glaciers, ice fields, a dense coniferous forest, and alpine landscapes. During the earlier years of this park, the Canadian Pacific Railway was instrumental, including the Banff Springs Hotel and the Chateau Lake Louise, which attracted a lot of tourists during the earlier 20th century. Roads were built in this area at times during the events of World War I, and through Great Era public work projects, roads were kind of built. Millions pass through the park every year on the Trans-Canada Highway, and as a result, it has over 3 million visitors annually. Which is pretty cool, and it's got some absolutely beautiful stuff. People have been around Banff National Park for over 10,300 years. As well, this area was once used for coal mining, but it was dismantled in 1926. This area was also served for something more unfortunate, but it was used as a site for internment camps during the time. During the events of World War I and World War II as well. But I want to talk about the good things, the cool things about this place. One of the most unique things about this place has been the geology. As Banff National Park has numerous large glaciers and ice fields, and at least 100 can be observed through the Icefields Parkway Road, or Highway 93. And one of the most studied glaciers in the world is Peyto Glacier. with research going all the way back to the 1970s. So it's definitely a very historic national park. Looks like the winds favor runway 26. The region's beautiful. It is very much a beautiful region. That's why I'm also hoping Canada gets a future world update to make it even better. Runway 26 is looking good. Alright, we're going to land runway 26. I know I don't have live weather, but since live weather favors the winds, we'll definitely do that. And this will be the end of leg 2. And then leg 3 will be going across the valleys in this area. This area's got lots of valleys. So we'll be doing lots of that, and we'll be flying through the valleys of Jasper National Park. And that will complete our tour of Banff in Jasper National Park. So we'll be doing that for today. I'm going to go ahead and take off the autopilot. Autopilot is now off. We're now going to fly through the rest of the region. Yeah, I gotta say, I've been loving this Kodiak. It is such a fantastic plane. Like I said, I'm extremely impressed with this product. Especially now with the hotfix update to fix some of the P factor and all that, the plane's even better to fly. It's even more fun. So the airport's all the way down over here. I'm gonna go ahead and deploy flaps. Alright, let me go ahead and turn down the volume a little bit of the application audio. Yeah, because of the wind. Because when you put the flaps on, you can hear the wind, so I didn't want it to overwhelm my voice. So guys, don't be afraid to make your predictions. Predict what kind of land speed you are. There's the command for it, the predict command. So give in your predictions, everyone. Type in exclamation point and then predict, and then choose the land speed. So let's see where we can. Let's see how fast. Let's see how low Viperstrike can land this thing. Put in our stage of flaps. feet per second. Ewald, congratulations. Hey, that wasn't a bad bush landing. That wasn't bad at all. So let me get to the side of this runway. I'm going to be parked over here, just a bit out of the runway. Park and right. There you go. Guys, not bad at all. 137. There's Dougal McTavish. Oh, your prediction didn't come in Goblin. Well, that was because you did the negative in the 80. The minus and 80 should be together. There's Druid Zeus. Nicely done. Nicely done, Druid. Excellent, excellent work. And there is Ewald. Good to see it. Oh, Flipperdike. You better land that Spitfire safely, man. Now I know, and Flipperdike. Come on, you got it. You got. Oh, bounce, bounce. You almost got it. Oh, Manic. I think it might buff out. It might buff out. Manic. No, Flipperdike. Oh no. Someone get a Manic for him. And then we'll get someone else to buff that plane out. Whoops. Well, at least this is the flight sim and not real life. If it was real life, all tail draggers are above my skill level. I can relate. Look at all these amazing Kodiaks. Just all those turboprops, man. And I'm not the biggest prop guy too, but I like it. Now for the final leg of the trip. Nice lawnmower spinning the spit. Well, at least won't like keep snowplow because that's what he did. So the final leg of the trip, we'll be taking off. We're gonna go back to runway 26. We're gonna go straight out. We're gonna be flying through. We're gonna be flying over Abraham Lake, a little bit of Lake Abraham. Fly through, and we're gonna fly around the valleys. We're gonna do some valley flying in the Kodiak, and then we'll go through Jasper National Park, and we're gonna fly through the valleys, and we're going to land at Jasper Airport at Charlie Yankee Juliet Alpha. So we're going to be doing that, and that will conclude the rest of today's trip. And for the altitude, by the way, we need, for the first part, we can get to 9,500 feet. And then for the rest of it, we're going to go 8,500 for most of the leg until we get lower into the altitude. So we're going to be going 9,500. The Spit's not easy to land, no. Especially the fact it's also on a small bush strip. That's also not very easy to land in the middle of a mountain. So I need to go 260 degrees. Also, one more thing before I forget. I need to set the trim for takeoff. Let me go ahead and set the trim. Once each flap should work. This thing should have no problem with it. There's no updating Kodiak in Just Flight. But you talk about it. Well, it's because I got the hotfix from their website. That's what I bought the. That's where I bought the hotfix from. Goblin Zeus. I got it from the Simworks Studio website. Just Flight. They're not coming out with the hotfix for the Kodiak for you just yet because they're still working on it for Christmas. So that's why I'm talking about it. Does that make sense for your Goblin? Because due to Christmas and all that, they're gonna have to put it off for tomorrow. So basically, like I said earlier, the hotfix is already out for those who bought it from the Simworks Studio website, Goblin. It's not out for Just Flight. So that's probably why I'm talking about it. If you wonder why you're confused. Oh, you downloaded the hotfix, but you forgot to install. No worries. You can definitely install it after you get done with the stream. When the stream's over, yeah, don't be afraid to do it. I understand. No worries. I prefer to buy direct for that reason. That's why. That's what I did too, friend all. That's why I bought it straight from the website. Because knowing how complex the Kodiak is, I had to get it from the website. So where we're going to be flying to today is Jasper National Park. So this will be for the final leg. This is the largest national park within the Alberta Rocky Mountains. It spans 11,000 square kilometers, or 4,200 square miles. It's north of the Banff National Park and south and west of Edmonton. It contains some of the iconic glaciers of the Columbia ice field, alongside with different springs, lakes, waterfalls, and mountains. This national park was established in 1907. Nearly 2.4 million visitors visit here a year. It's named after Jasper Hawes, who operated a trading post for the Northwest Company, which is basically a fur trading business. And it was given national park status in 1930 with the passing of the National Parks Act of Canada. There were two railways that were built during the park, Grand Trunk Pacific and the Canadian Northern Railway. In fact, the Grand Trunk Pacific Railway founded the town of Fitzhugh, and it was renamed Jasper in 1913. And road access from Edmonton was opened back in 1928. There's many different wildlife species you can find here. You can find elk, of course you can find elk, caribou, and moose, but you can even find white-tailed deer, porcupines, lynx, river otters, grizzly bears, and even the wolverine can be found here. And in 1984, UNESCO declared it a UNESCO World Heritage Site, along with other national parks that form the Canadian Rocky Mountains. So yes, this is actually a UNESCO World Heritage Site. So definitely very cool, and we get to visit some of the different valleys. So I could not get in the website the day it came out, so I just took the Just Flight. No worries. I managed to get it from the website. I was very lucky I managed to even get it from the website on the day it came out. But I was very lucky I managed to actually get it. because there were so many people wanting to buy the Kodiak that their servers couldn't really handle it. Hey, Martel172, good to see you. Merry Christmas, Martel. Great to see you. We're flying through Alberta at Jasper National Park. We flew over Banff earlier today, the Banff National Park. The website was a nightmare, haha. The Firefox free extension turbo download saved the day. Ah, nice. What? Okay, I'm going way too fast. I need to slow down. I'm so sorry. I forgot to realize I was on full power. I just had to slow myself down. Well, I'm going to go ahead and play the remainder of the Christmas music, so let me go ahead and do that. And I'm digging this in the new Simmark Studio Kodiak. This is my first stream with this thing, and I gotta tell you, it is an epic plane. But yeah, I love this bird. No wonder Two Cats likes flying this thing so much. Now I understand why. This right here is one of the other lakes in the national park. This is Abraham Lake, I believe, one of the lakes in the region, in this area. And this is one of the other reasons I like flying here. All the lakes. This is incredible, everyone. I'm so impressed with the turnout today. 18 viewers. This is a lot. Not very often I get to contribute that many viewers. But I really appreciate everyone that's still in the air with me so far. I really, really appreciate everyone here. I really do mean it. So I see Flip and Die, Druid Zeus, Ewold, Dougal and Tavish. They're still in the air. They've been on the slow side, but they'll catch up to me pretty quickly as well. Hey, Sephiroth, Merry Christmas, Sephiroth. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful here in Alberta. Hey, we just got follower Gomez. We got a new follow. Who's gonna be the 190 follower to complete the goal? 190 followers. Who is it? Timo Virtual XP11. Thanks for the follow. 190 follows. Hello, man. Merry Christmas. Good to see a new face here. So we're flying in we're flying in Jasper National Park in Alberta, Canada, in the Simworks Studios Kodiak. And I'm not alone. I brought a few of my good friends out here in the Flight Sim community with me, are flying alongside this beautiful trip. But thank you. But thanks for coming in. I'm hoping you're having a fantastic Christmas with family and friends. I really appreciate all the faces here. Now there is still one more goal. Tomorrow is your birthday, Spotcher 6. The Kodiak might just mysteriously appear in my inbox tomorrow morning. That's awesome, Spotcher 6. You're gonna love the Kodiak. It is such a fantastic bush plane. Fantastic. A little plane that can do nearly everything. Now we'll start a new goal. And now I have one more goal to go for. 190. I'm hoping, my prediction is hoping by the end of the year, I get to 200. But yeah, this year, what a year this has been for me. I would have never thought I would have gotten 200 followers by the end of this year. When I first started streaming, by the way, I didn't really have much to go for, but I had to put my licks in to do it. So, yeah, I'm hoping by the end of the year get 200. Bosher, morning, Raleigh Mall, good to see you. Good day, mate. Oh, actually, good day, good evening, mate. I believe that's how it sounds in Australia. So let me give a few shout-outs here if you guys don't mind. So, first one is Splasher 6. He's been one of the mods here today, but tomorrow is his birthday. He does flights on Monday and Tuesday. He does either one of those days. He does the Pan American Highway. Friday, he does his Friday Fun Flights. And on Saturday, he's been doing his Cadet Flight Train series. So, and he's going to recreate his fire's training, his journey on training himself to be a B-17 pilot. Really, really awesome guy. A huge fan of it, and he's been one of the biggest supporters even before I streamed. So, Sponsor 6, wonderful guy, and tomorrow's going to be his birthday. So, He's a wonderful person. Absolutely incredible guy. And then the one who rated me today, if you guys haven't checked him out, Dikey Decimus, one of the chillest guys. Did I spell Dikey Decimus? Oh. Dikey Decimus, one of the most chill flight sim content streamers that I know of. Very chill guy. He's doing the Zero Rutherford journey. And that's currently on right now. And he's so far so good. He's actually made his way. I think he made his way either to the Philippines or I think in Malaysia. I can't believe. Let me go check. But he's following Zero Rutherford, her journey to become the youngest woman to ever fly solo around the world. Which would be an amazing accomplishment for her. And he is doing it in live weather in real time, what Zero Rutherford would have done. And currently right now, she's all the way... Currently, Zero Rutherford's all the way in Singapore. So, go check him out. He also does a lot of other stuff, like bush flying like me, and all sorts of GA. So check out Dikey Decimus. Really awesome guy. And finally, one last one is going to be Wally Mall. If you guys are interested in aviation history of Australia, check out Raleigh Mall 9. He does historical flights about Australian aviation history. And I expect with the Australia World Update and Charles Kingfisher Smith's plane, the Fokker F.7, I think he is going to be big once that stuff comes out. So check out Raleigh Mall 9. Really cool content creator as well. So that is going to complete the shoutouts. No problem, Raleigh. I really appreciate all the content creators. There's also DH Paradox as well. Check him out too. So many great people and content creators that I've met throughout this entire year. So many awesome people. I'm going to descend down to 8,000 feet. 'Cats. I think Two Cats is also working somewhere. I wonder if Two Cats is still working, probably. I see him probably working somewhere. There's so many amazing content creators, even both new and old, and veterans. And that's why I want to celebrate this Christmas for everyone. Just gonna lower down 8,000. $23 viewers. Holy crap. That's so many viewers. This is amazing. Do you know if the Kodiak is coming to the market until the update to allow the PMG-C6? That's a good question, actually, Severix. Good question. For what I know, and I'm not really that certain, I believe that I think once the sim is more stable, I think they could bring the Kodiak into the sim, but I think it's going to take a while for it to get there. But good question, actually. I think probably the same thing as why we don't see the... It's for the same reason I believe the Kitfox developers at Parallel 42 said. They're waiting for the sim to get a bit more stable, if you know what I mean. A great question. I really appreciate. I think I wonder if we're going to be heading to Alberta or British Columbia. I think we're still in Alberta. But the border around here between Alberta and British Columbia is by the whole Canadian Rockies. I just wish they fixed the disappearing axe, LOL. Yeah, that is an issue. In fact, that's the whole reason why we haven't seen the Thunderflies in a while. That has been a huge issue. Which unbelievably stinks. The disappearance stuff is like, it still is an issue. Like, they've made attempts to try and fix it, but that is still an issue. Oh, I want to see who else is in the air. There's Dougal, Ewol, Druid Zeus, Flip and Die, Martel 738, and Volleyball 9. Welcome! Welcome to all of you guys here. All the awesome faces here. That's what's great about this community. It's just so many really awesome people. So many amazing people in the community. Well, we're also going to be flying right near Columbia Icefield. So we're going to be flying through Columbia Icefield, one of the more well-known ice fields. So, people who don't know, Columbia Icefield is the largest ice field in the Rocky Mountains, located alongside the Continental Divide between British Columbia and Alberta. This ice field is around 325 square kilometers in area. It is from 330 feet to 1,200 feet in depth, and it actually receives 7 meters in snowfall. Nope, not 7 feet. 7 meters of snowfall. Terrain is coming up soon. I'm not worried. I know we're gonna fly through the valley, and once we get to the valley, I don't think we have to worry about it because we're following the valleys. So I'm not worried about terrain. I mean, I've flown in bush planes with the train. This isn't a big deal. There's the Columbia Icefield right here. That's... So here it is, guys. This is Columbia Icefield, one of the largest ice fields in the entire Rocky Mountains. Very, very nice ice field. Go ahead and turn the heading. This is absolute, man, what a gorgeous day. What a beautiful flight, everyone. Canada has such wonderful beauty. This has been incredible, guys. I wasn't expecting this much of a turnout for a Christmas Day stream. I guess I was wrong. In fact, this whole valley is very famous because Jasper National Park is known for its valleys. And one of the pictures, one of those is the Frat Valley, and this one looks like in real life, by the way. That is just amazing. First time my first time my daughter's out of the house in state for Christmas, I get a lazy Christmas day. No worries, Ferris. Dougal and Tavish, my dinner's ready to eat, so I'll lurk to the end. No worries, Dougal. Thanks for being in the air with me. Hey, Cole Nebo, first time chat. Cole Nebo, hey, good to see you. Merry Christmas, man. This is a beautiful flight in Alberta. We flew over Banff National Park and now we're in Jasper National Park. Absolutely beautiful area to fly. Absolutely incredible. Gonna increase the power a little bit so I can get there a little quicker. Yeah, and we're in the amazing Kodiak. Just easily, probably, I'm gonna be honest, of all the normal GA planes, like that's not the DC-6, I say quality, this is the highest quality GA plane so far, and I love it. Now I know why Two Cats was flying the Kodiak all the time. I think I now finally understand this plane, and this is the best feature. We can put in some nice cup holder. No problem, Dougal. You've been one of the great people in the Two-Tone Murphy community, and just a really awesome guy in general. So no problem. We always support each other in this community, and that's what truly makes it special. I just ate ham with pineapple, all tucked in grated potatoes, green beans in rolls, peach berry. Oh, that sounds pretty good. It looks amazing. What a nice present. A Kodiak under the tree. Game Live Motors back to gray. It looks amazing. What a nice... A Kodiak. Yeah, Kodiak is a very, very good plane. I bought this earlier when it first released, but the Kodiak is such a nice plane to have. And now we're going to fly over the famous Jasper National Valley. this is Jasper Valley. Yeah. I heard you could turn off the display on the left for about 10, little display on the left, for 10 FPS boost. Oh. But no, that little display. You mean the backup altitude indicator? The backup horizon. There. Trying to find where is it one of the fuse box? Yeah, I set it down to the lowest setting. Oh, okay. I pushed out the circuit breaker. Hey, Super Typhon, welcome. Oh, here's another interesting thing too. You can actually change the cabin and passenger temperatures. But I'm going to keep the temperature where it's at. I think the temperature's good enough. I hope, but I'm having a fantastic Christmas, Super Typhon. I gotta say. Alberta looks absolutely beautiful. Alberta's an amazing place to fly. So many amazing people with me today. Did you also notice that the couplers fell down? Yes, they do. Yeah, this is an amazing plane. I've never seen a GA plane with this much detail. Oh, what's this? Oh, that's where the... Hope you enjoyed my forward province I lived in. Oh, it's really good. The national parks here are wonderful. Super Typhon. I believe that's where CDL and them are from, Alberta. So we're only we only have 2 more waypoints left to go. For this one, we're going to turn 300. I'm going to again lower the altitude to 6,000 feet. So I'm going to go ahead and lower the altitude once again. Food is ready. Peace and happy holidays. Happy holidays to you, Cold Nebo. Good to see you guys here. Good to see you, man. Thanks for coming by into the stream. I really appreciate all the people here today. Did you see the Kodiak exterior that we did for Shoni? I did. That actually looked really, really nice. That looks really impressive, Ewald. That's extremely impressive. Yes, all of them do. Just click them. Yep. Alright, let's go ahead and turn back to 310. We're going to go 310 degrees. Yeah, all the little details in that plane just make this a really good third-party edition. Yeah, definitely expect me to fly this plane more over the streams next year. So amazing. Even the devs from Simware answer questions about painting certain things. Yeah, definitely. They show they do a lot for supporting the product, which I think I'm also excited for the future of the Kodiak. Yeah, it's definitely a go-to for me as well. Just stretching for a bit. Actually, I can set this to 5,000. Let's do that. We're gonna each. I don't have it yet, but it just sold me when it does release for me. Yeah, it is absolutely incredible. Definitely one of the best GA planes in all Sim. It is a top tier GA plane for the Sim. It's even a top tier overall. And you know what? I'm ready for when this thing gets with floats and skis for it. Oh man, it's going to be amazing. I'm ready for this thing when it comes with floats and skis, and I think this thing's going to be really good. Only the DC-6 is fair, but that's, yeah, DC-6 is the best airliner for those Sim currently. Even though it's not technically a jetliner, but the DC-6 is still an airliner. That's why the only reason I don't want to fly the DC-6 so much is because the DC-6 puts nearly everything else to shame. But I mean, this past week has been so good with the third-party planes. Because not only is SimWorks Studios made the amazing Kodiak, Parallel 42 made their Kit Fox, and that is one of the best small bush planes you can get for the sim. So, I mean, you have two incredible planes for the sim. Like, and I'm ready for 2022. 2022 should be another good year for add-ons. I mean, there's been a lot of great add-ons. I mean, the 737 from PMDG, that's going to blow every other jetliner out of the water. Milviz is going to bring their SR-71 Blackbird. DC Designs is going to bring their Concorde, their SU-27 Flanker, and P-47. All those are going to come out next year. So many amazing new planes that's going to come out within the next year or so. It's going to be awesome. And I am super stoked for next year. Next year is going to be a fantastic year for new add-ons. And of course, I almost forgot. Just Flight also is coming out with their BAE 146. And again, it's another jetliner, but it's going to be, and I'm hoping that will be good too. And the Phoenix A320 as well. That's, like I said, so many great airliners. I'm really excited for the new airliners, and I'm a GA guy, but the sim definitely needs some good airliners, because I know there's still quite a lot of people who like that sort of stuff, and that would be a really welcome addition. So, let me get to the nav map. Let me go ahead and pull it out. I doubt I'll be able to fly the Concorde. Yeah, that's going to be the next DC Designs plane, is the Concorde. Yes, I'm very excited for it. That might be a jetliner that I'm actually might be able to fly. I'm still going to wait for the reviews, but I'm really interested. So we're actually gonna land straight in on runway 32. So we're about 10 miles. So guys, if you have any predictions, just type it in the chat. I'm gonna predict minus 200. So that's my guess. Concorde would be the only turbofan I buy most likely, unless PMDG 747 forces to learn jetliners. Yeah, consider how good the DC-6 is, how exceptional that product is for Microsoft Flight Sim. Like, I know it's not worked so well in the Xbox version, unfortunately, but I mean, it's a real shame that PMDG DC-6 isn't working for Xbox. That to me is a really upsetting thing, because, oh, you predict 150. That means you're lifting 150. DH Paradox. I don't think I'll get above the negatives, unfortunately. But yeah, this is absolutely beautiful. The valleys are wonderful. And some nice low-level flying. Haven't done a lot of low-level flying in this flight, which is actually going to be really nice. Sure, I mean negative. No worries. Goblin Zeus predicts negative 120. Watcher 6, negative 175. This would be for the final landing of the trip. What an Abs Martel predicts negative 160. Man, this is going to be really fun. this has been one incredible flight. I want to think this is an amazing journey. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the autopilot. Flight directors will be off. But yeah, like I said, I'm also really excited for this thing I can't wait for the amphibian version to come out and do more of it. Like I said, this plane has such a bright future. Okay, gonna go look the flying. Activate flaps. I own the Bro DT6 and won't ask for a refund yet because I'm confident. Yeah. Yeah, I'm hoping it gets fixed. Because this isn't just any plane, this was one of the most anticipated planes to even come to the marketplace. Easily. And hopefully that will bring more high quality to the Xbox mix. Yeah, that's another issue too. There's a lot of really bad playing. There's not a lot of quality control in the Xbox versions, unfortunately. Runway 32 is where we're going to be going straight. Let me land this first and then I'll find out who it is. And I'm down. Hey, Fly Money 242 has followed the channel. Welcome, Fly Money. And I landed with minus 185. It's Boxer 6 and 1 by 10 feet per minute. Pretty good. What an So good to see you, Fly Money 242. Thank you so much. Let me get this thing parked on Jasper Airstrip. Go ahead and get this out of the runway. Okay. Now I get this thing parked. So we have Roymal, Ewell down, Druid Zeus is down, and the last one being Martel 738. He's going to be was this the last leg? It is Safarix. This is the final leg of today's trip. Wow, what a flight. That is incredible. Merry Christmas. Welcome, Fly Money. Thank you for following my channel. Merry Christmas to you as well. I really appreciate the new follows today. What a fun stream. Good job on using the runway. Waste no runway, want no runway. Exactly. And Martel is down. Dougal McTavish says, awesome work on that. Thanks. I really appreciate it, Dougal. And Martel landed in with the two-way Grand Caravan. Like I said, would be other really good alternative plane for the choice. Let me go ahead and salute to be right next to you all. There. Look at that. Look at that for review. This. That is incredible. What a stream here today, everyone. What an incredible day. I think this has been an incredible flight. And seriously, thank you everyone for the new follows, the raid from Decimus, the new follow from Ensign, Uncle Carl's Airways, Tim Virtuan XP11, and Fly Money 242. Thanks for all the follows. Thanks to guys like Google McTavish, Goblin Zeus, Splasher 6, and the rest of you who flow with me. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate everyone here. Friend to all as well. Thank you to everyone. I'm invisible. I think it's oh, I'm sorry, friend to all. But seriously, thank you everyone for being here. What a stream. That was definitely one of my favorites. Flying over Canada. Now the question is who should I raid today? Should I raid someone new? Or should I stream someone I should know? Or should I let you all off and have an amazing Christmas? That is probably a question I know. But I think the most likely is I think I should let you all go and have this amazing Christmas. Seriously, I think this has been one of the great Christmas times. What an amazing stream. Seriously, everyone, thank you. Now, tomorrow, we have leg 3 of the Lufthansa 1926 Berlin to Beijing flights. We will be going from Smolensk to Moscow in Russia, the capital of Mother Russia. So, in the Junkers J52, that should be a great flight. So, thank you guys so much, and have a great rest of the Christmas. Take care, everyone. Viperstrike 95, out.